Good morning, West Monroe. I'm Brendan and I'm here with Emily, and we have your morning announcements.
Student tickets for the Friday night playoff game are available at the office on Friday until noon. They cost $5 per ticket. One student, one ticket.
Anyone interested in getting their amateur radio license needs to see Ms. Cavan ASAP. Registration for the November 17th class and exam is due this Friday. That is tomorrow, so do it soon.
Attention art club members, we will have a regular meeting in Miss Ganley's room 1109 today. Please make plans to attend. We need your input. The Christmas sale will be discussed.
They're selling Christmas, how odd.
So.
The Rebel football moms are making noisemakers that we hope to use throughout the playoffs. They have decorated empty milk and water jugs as well as thick plastic Gatorade bottles. If you would like a noisemaker, come by Miss Knox's room 3109 with your donation of a bottle or jug, and she will trade it out with a decorated one filled with beads and ready to make the stadium roar with noise.
Okay, students, Coach Osborne's next driver's ed class will begin signing up Tuesday, November 13th. Sign-ups will take place in the old gym from 7:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. each day until the class is full. The class will start the Monday we come back from Thanksgiving holidays, November 26th. The cost for the class is $295 and must be paid when signing up. If you have any questions about the class, please come by and talk to Coach Osborne in the gym. No phone calls, please.
Are you interested in taking a spring dual enrollment class? Any student who is not currently enrolled in a dual enrollment class and wants to take a spring course needs to come by Miss Hunt's room 4209 and pick up a dual enrollment form. Applications are due to Miss Hunt no later than Thursday, December 6th.
Fellowship of Christian Athletes will now be meeting on the third Thursday of every month. Our November meeting will be next Thursday, November 15th at 7:25 in the lobby of the auditorium. You can enter through the front doors of the auditorium. Breakfast will be provided and we will have a special guest speaker. Be sure to make plans to be there next Thursday.
The West Monroe High School swim team had an amazing meet this past weekend in Ruston at the 2018 Red River High School Conference Championships. This meet featured over 180 swimmers and teams from all across Louisiana. Connor Wiedemeyer was conference champion in both of his races, breaking a 10-year-old record in the 50-yard freestyle and a 13-year-old record in the 100-yard freestyle, as well as being named the 2018 Male Swimmer of the Year. Zoe Meekus defended her conference championship title for the third time in the 100-yard breaststroke and was fifth in the 100-yard freestyle, as well as being named the 2018 Female Swimmer of the Year. Jace Neal placed top 8 in both the 50 and 100 free as well. They will move on to compete at the LHSAA State Championships November 6th through 17th as they look to defend their state titles once again. November 16th through 17th, excuse me. Good luck, guys.
And now we have a video for you.
Hello, West Monroe, it's that movie guy and music fan, Zach. Today I'm here to talk about the newest biopic to hit theaters, which is Bohemian Rhapsody, a film I thought would never get made. I guess this is the real life, and not just fantasy. Bohemian Rhapsody is about one of the greatest bands ever, and one of my favorite bands, Queen, and its crazy, but not stone-cold crazy, lead singer Freddie Mercury. The film chronicles the band from their early days all the way up to their legendary performance at Live Aid 1985, while also focusing on Freddie Mercury and his life outside of the band. Easily the best thing about Bohemian Rhapsody is Rami Malek's performance as Freddie Mercury. He is absolutely phenomenal in this film, and I honestly think deserves an Oscar nomination. He nails everything about Freddie Mercury down, from the way he spoke, from his eccentric personality, and even looks just like him. Definitely one of the best performances I've seen in any film this year. If there's anything else I can give this movie, most of the performances are pretty good. The production design is fantastic. This film does a great job at recreating Queen concerts, in particular their Live Aid performance, and it's an understatement to say that the soundtrack of this movie is awesome. Then again, it is a bunch of killer Queen songs, so no surprise there. Other than that, Bohemian Rhapsody is kind of a frustrating movie, and I will tell you why. My biggest problem with Bohemian Rhapsody is its pace and how historically inaccurate it is. Now, I'm not saying every minor little detail in this film had to be accurate to how it was in real life, because there's only so much film can tell. But this film changes history so much, to the point where it felt very rushed, and they turned it into a bunch of cliches we've seen in billions of other movies before. How Brian May and Roger Taylor, members of Queen by the way, approved all these changes, I do not know. It baffles me. The pacing of this film doesn't help out at all. This film goes by so quick that by the 20-minute mark, the band has already recorded their first album. It completely skips over their second and third album, Queen 2 and Sheer Heart Attack, takes its time with their magnum opus, A Night at the Opera, and also tries to cram in a bunch of stuff about the band from the 80s and Freddie Mercury, while also skipping over key details. This film tries to cover so much, yet it doesn't work. Also, Bryan Singer's direction is very mediocre. This film really didn't know how to portray Mercury. It tries to show his personal life, while also balancing it with basically what is Queen's greatest hits, and the two don't blend seamlessly at all. I guess the filmmakers must have been under pressure because this film felt very sloppy. Overall, Bohemian Rhapsody isn't a bad movie, it's just not a great one. As someone who loves Queen and biopics, this was a frustrating movie because there was so much potential for it to be great, and there's a lot about it I liked, but it just felt rushed and incohesive. Honestly, I feel like Queen's story should be told through a documentary series. There's a lot more you could cover about their history there, and plus you don't have to worry about time jumps that would make the movie Zodiac jealous. This film doesn't bite the dust, but it's certainly not a champion either. I am giving Bohemian Rhapsody a B-. With this and the Elton John biopic Rocket Man coming out next year, I feel like we'll get a lot more biopics about musicians in the future. Who knows, maybe we'll get a movie about David Bowie, Prince, Fleetwood Mac, or the Beatles. But if they're going to name it after their most popular song, that'll be really confusing, considering that Starman is already a movie of Jeff Bridges, Purple Rain is already a movie of Prince, Fleetwood Mac has a whole album of #1 hits in the Beatles. Oh boy, that'd be tough. I wonder what they would call a Beatles movie. Yellow Submarine? No, that's already a movie. Come Together? Here Comes the Sun? Those don't make sense. Maxwell's Silver Hammer? No, that's too grim. Helter Skelter? Oh yeah, never mind. Actually, their story is already kind of told through the album, so it's kind of unnecessary. As long as we don't get a biopic about Kid Rock, I think we'll be fine. Well, that's all I have for you today, Rebels. Have a great day, and the show must go on.
Well, that's all we have for you today, Rebels. Have a great day.